Okay, well, hello there, folks. I did say recently that I was going to do an unboxing of this, so let's get straight on. You'd be surprised, of course, by the size of the box. Hand on, but this is in fact EDUARD's newly re-released Heinkel He280 in 1/48 scale. So very quickly, fairly standard Pro Pack Edition box, apart from the size. I think this is actually one of their 1/72 size boxes, but on the side here, it's kit number 8068. We've got 3 of the prototypes. Of course, HE never making it into full production because Messerschmitt got chosen instead. Again, some plans here showing that lovely little wing. The usual R-bump from the side with QR codes to take you straight to the bit on the website, apparently. Never tried it, but there you go. And nothing really on the other side at all. So, without further ado, I've not opened this myself, so... Now, I'm told, if I can just sit down a little comfier, that this is actually quite an old kit. It's one of their first. And apparently they have, so I'm told, rejigged all the moulds, brought them up to a bit more today's standard. In fairness, mind you, it's pretty much the only kit really available for the Heinkel 280 in 1/48 anyway. So I think most people would have just given it a go, but it's nice to, they're trying to improve. So let's see. It's looking good so far. Open up straight away. Looks like we have got one bag, which I'm not too impressed by. EDUARD normally better than that, although the transparencies do seem to be in a separate bag. So we'll pop that to one side for now. And we'll take a look. Yeah, this is definitely 1/72. We look at the size of the instructions. They're A5 size. So we've got some rather nice etch brass. If I do stand again, so I can make sure that's all in cam. I'm not going to get that out. We all get the idea. We've seen this sort of stuff before. It's looking nice, and pedals and straps and stuff. So that's pretty good. We have, again, the usual mask set. I'm a big fan. I know not everyone is, but there you go. And the usual, some fairly simple decals in this one, with it being, of course, mostly prototype. I'm probably going to replace these, I think. I've got a feeling I think I might want to do this as a what if. But it looks like they're printed actually by EDUARD themselves, not Cartograph. But I've seen them before. They're usually very, very good. Let's take a quick look, see if I can catch them in the light. They look very thin. Nice set and finish. We've got the options again if you want instruments as decal instead, if that's your choice. You got the broken down swastikas, of course, for certain countries where you're not allowed to sell such things. But they look quite nice. Liking them. And of course, if you do want to do it as a prototype, then it's going to be a nice simple build. It's only one colour. Pop them back in there safely. Right, so instructions. So Heinkel 280, the world's first jet fighter, single seat, double engine, nose landing gear. I know there's a few other things as well, having ejection seats and that kind of thing. I hope you can see this actually. Wondering if I can get you closer. So opening up, we've got the usual our parts breakdown, fairly simple stuff, and of course starting with the cockpit, where you've got your choice of instrument panels, etc. You've got the handles there for the ejection seat. Woo! Here we go. It actually really looks like even then, look at that. The design of the ejection seat. Pretty much already set in stone. One of the very, very first designs. We've got our wings going together. Different options are breaking down here. I think it's different engines. So different holes for those. Tail going on already. A little bit of PE on the inside. This bit here is going to be incredibly important. Do not forget to add nose weight. Doesn't give an amount, but whatever it was and whatever they wanted it to be, I'd double it. This thing is a king of a tail sitter, as you'll see later on when you notice are the proportions. But we've got the, I assume that's Heinkel our engines there, and the Jumo engines there, depending on which version you go for. We've got the our main our engines going on, and then the nose wheel. See how close to the front the nose wheel is. Again, tells it. We've then got a few little bits and pieces going around again, only for certain markings, certain engine ones. Python probe. Cockpit going on. Looks like we've got a choice of two. Open and closed. Mask set and the options. So, first flight, the second prototype. Just there. So, test pilot Fritz Schaffer. We've got version 3 there. So, that's the third prototype. And the 8th prototype. So they did go through some versions of it, only to find out it didn't come to anything. But then we've got a little advert for their newly tooled Profi Pack Foggle for 90. So again, I'm going to shift slightly. If I get that about there, I know it's going to be in camera. So let's take a look. It looks like it's broken. No, it hasn't. So I thought I'd broken through the bottom of the bag there. I hate one bag stuff because I'm convinced it's going to be me that damages something. And this is in tight as well. Yeah, this is not going back in there. What's it caught on? This is why I don't like it. 1 minute. Transparencies. And that has managed to wrap itself around the parts. There we go. Okay, now what have we got in here? Anything? Bit of flash. No, looks like we're good. Okay, so first of all, we've got the wings. Pretty simple, to be fair. Nothing in the way of sort of rivet detail or anything. We have got some nice edge panel lines, although really nothing that will set the world light. Looks like we've got a bit of webbing there. It's not mould release, so we've got no real detail in the tiny little our wheel wells. A little bit soft in places, but again, that's pretty good. I've seen a lot worse. I can't tell if that one is going past or not. I think it is. It's very, very close to going past, but no flash, no burring or anything that I can see. Some lovely little small parts here. Again, nothing on those. Looks like the nose wheel. On the flip side there, we do have locating pins of a fashion. So again, I wasn't quite expecting them on this this particular kit, being one of their older ones. Again, doesn't really look like anything there. Might want to maybe shade these down a little bit to help with fit, but nothing unusual. Okay, liking that. We've then got the engine sprue. So again, looking really nice. There's the smaller Heinkel engines and the big Duo engines. Again, looks like a little bit of webbing slash. I don't even know what that is. It actually looks like silvery paint on there. You see that? Don't know if the camera will pick it up. See there, look. It's like a silvery smudge. Just there and there. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I mean, again, due to the nature of this kit, I will probably wash the sprues just in case anyway. But again, though, looking nice and tidy, no flash, no sort of burring, nothing. Again, fairly simple etched in panel lines. Got some very simple fan blade detail there, but I don't know, how much of it are you going to see? This is the thing with a lot of this sort of stuff. We have got some injection parts on the insides here, and we've got like tubes here and all sorts. So I mean, a little bit of thought about how you put them together. You may need to get rid of some of these, but they're fairly easily accessible, so that's not a problem. Okay, liking that. And then we have the tail planes again with that weird silver on it. What is that? Okay. We have the fuselage parts. So again, because of the size of the overall thing, the box, we're looking at a 1/48 kit. It's about 20, a little over, maybe, yeah, about 21.5 centimeters. So about the same size as a Messerschmitt 109. Not particularly huge. Looks like it had a nice spacious cockpit though. Looking at that. We've got the options for instrument panel here again if you prefer to paint or use the decals. We've got some smaller details here for the ejection seat, etc. Okay, looking on the opposite side. Very little in the way of sort of ejection marks on the actual pieces themselves. I don't know if this one here will need to be got rid of or not, but it'll be fairly easy to do so. And more of that strange silver. You know what? This is actually annoying me. What is it, and does it come off? This is a tiny little bit of just airbrush cleaner. So I just want to see if that, whatever it is, comes off. And the answer is yes. Definitely going to clean these sprues. But apart from that, I'm really impressed. Oh, one more bit, sorry, nearly forgot, as I often do, the transparencies. So again, older kit, but apparently all been upgraded moulds. So let's take a look-see. And that, in fairness, is absolutely lovely. There's the tiniest little scuff just on the top there. I'm assuming from being knocked about in the landing light, which has got actually the bulbs in, which is pretty cool. They open on the other side. That's a nice touch. So the landing light, if you can actually see there, the actual bulb section there, there's little circles there, is actually indented from the other side, so you can fill with paint. Cool. There we are. So you can fill with paint from the back side, and you'll have a sense of the actual bulb. So if I bring these up, you can see very clear, very little in the way of distortion. Absolutely love them. As I say, this one's got a tiny bit of a scuff just on the top from being knocked about, but again, nothing that a polisher won't fix in a couple of swipes. So really loving that. Loving that. Say again, size of that cockpit. Looks like it would have been actually quite a nice place to be. Okay, so aside from, as I say, a slightly strange silver marks, which apparently do come off. I'll wrap that somewhere easier in a bit. Right, so the newly re-released EDUARD He280 Heinkel. As I said again, I think I'll be doing this as a what if. I think if I find myself some 262 markings I like the look of. What do you reckon? Night Fighter? You tell me. You tell me. Give me some suggestions. With that, I'll speak to you next time. Feel free to again comment, share. You know, I just do this for the giggle. So if anyone has any or things they'd like to see, etc., just let me know. So take care, folks, and I will see you again. Bye.